Hey everyone, welcome back to Ledger Life. Before we begin, a quick reminder if you enjoy our work and want to support what we do, you can now donate directly to Ledger Life. Every bit helps us keep exploring how technology, finance, and AI are reshaping the internet. Now, let's get into what's shaping up to be one of the most fascinating stories in Web3 right now, the rise of Caffeine AI on the internet computer, and how it's quietly starting to rewrite what app creation looks like. We are going to cover four key updates. First one is Caffeine's growing network effect that could rival WordPress. Second one, a data analyst who built a crypto app in hours with no coding. And third one is a creator who built a full platform live on camera. Then how ICP's own chart is responding to all this development energy. Firstly, WordPress powers nearly half the internet. That is around 43% of all websites. That's about 400 million sites. Now imagine even 1% of that activity happening on Caffeine, the internet computer's AI driven app builder. That's 4 million live canisters, each one a functioning piece of internet computer infrastructure, which powers the real apps and consumes network cycles. Here is why that matters. On the internet computer, every app is alive in a literal sense. It runs continuously on chain and consumes cycles. It's a kind of computational fuel that's paid for in ICP. The more apps that exist, the more cycles get burned. And the more cycles burned, the more deflationary pressure there is on ICP's token supply. So, when creators use Caffeine to build apps through natural language prompts, they are not just experimenting, they are fueling the network itself. Every chatbot, dashboard, or game they make becomes part of a growing ecosystem that eats into ICP supply while expanding the network's use case. Caffeine's developers describe it as a multiplier, not just a builder. Each new app adds weight to the network. Each deployment contributes to ICP's economics. It's a rare feedback loop where creativity literally powers the infrastructure it relies on. If adoption even brushes the scale of WordPress, those numbers would redefine what decentralized hosting looks like. 4 million canisters means 4 million persistent, independent applications, not static websites, but autonomous programs running 24/7. That's why Caffeine has captured so much attention. It's not only about what users build, it's about what the building does for the internet computer beneath the surface. It creates a link between creativity and utility that's hard to replicate anywhere else. Next, let's talk about a perfect example of this new dynamic came from a data analyst named Fabio, who shared his experience on X recently. He said, I have been a data analyst for many years. I was never able to build anything as I do not have coding experience. I built Coin Hero using Caffeine AI in a few hours with around 20 prompts. That statement sums up a shift we are watching unfold. Someone who works with data but doesn't code builds a fully functional crypto tracking app through conversation, not programming. This happened right after Caffeine rolled out web search integration. It's a feature that lets apps pull live data directly from the internet. Before this update, Caffeine built apps were mostly self contained, running internal logic. Now they can reach out, find APIs, and connect to external data sources on their own. For someone like Fabio, that's a breakthrough. His app can pull in live coin prices, market updates, or charts automatically, all without setting up a single API key manually. It's also part of a bigger story that the democratization of development. The idea that people who aren't trained developers can still build, deploy, and own digital tools. What's powerful here isn't that it's faster or easier, it's that it widens the field. More people can participate in software creation. The skill barrier that used to separate developers from users is blurring. As Fabio's example shows, this isn't theoretical anymore. It's working now and it's reshaping who gets to build in the first place. If Fabio's story showed what a non developer can do, Kyle Stoflet from the Swap News showed what happens when someone pushes the platform to its creative edge. In his latest video, Kyle used Caffeine AI to build an entire creator platform from scratch, and that is live on stream in just about 2 hours. Through conversational prompts, he guided Caffeine to assemble a full featured site that would normally take a small dev team several days. His build included a community forum, instant chat, an online shop with Stripe payments, YouTube video embeds that still count official views, direct file hosting up to 8 GB, and even a built in newsletter system for email blast. Every feature was created through back and forth chat with the AI. No code, no manual setup, just prompting, testing, and refining in real time. Kyle also demonstrated Caffeine's web search and real time data integrations, showing how apps can now tap into live feeds without writing connectors or middleware. What stood out was how complete the platform felt at the end, not a prototype or concept, but a working creator hub that anyone could use. It had user interaction, monetization, and communication tools all baked in. The episode also showcased builds from other community members, a Google Maps clone, a low poly shooter, and even a space shooter arcade game built in about 5 minutes. These examples highlight how fast the ecosystem is moving. People aren't just testing ideas, they are building usable projects and they are doing it in hours instead of weeks. Kyle's demonstration captured something many in Web3 have been hinting at. That is, AI assisted creation isn't waiting for a future version of the internet. It's already here and it's practical. While all this is happening on the builder side, the ICP token itself is starting to show interesting moves on the charts. After a recent correction, ICP is now testing the 0.382 Fibonacci retracement level on the daily chart. It's a key technical zone traders often watch for potential reversals. Currently, it's hovering above the 6.4 range, acting as a support area where buyers and sellers are closely matched. Daily trading volume has picked up to around $522 million, suggesting renewed interest from the market. Some analysts see the current price action as the tail end of an ABC correction pattern that followed a five-wave rally earlier in the month. If that interpretation holds, ICP might be entering an accumulation phase, the kind that often precedes fresh upward movement. Still, the tone remains cautious. Traders are watching for a confirmed breakout above the 7 level before calling it a new rally. But the broader sentiment seems to be improving, fueled by growing developer activity and visible use cases like caffeine. When the fundamentals and the charts start aligning, one through innovation, the other through momentum, it usually means something is brewing. So, stepping back, what we are seeing is a complete ecosystem finding its rhythm. On one side, creators like Fabio and Kyle are showing what can be done without code. On the other, Caffeine's infrastructure model is giving ICP real, measurable economic weight. Add to that a chart that's stabilizing and community that's building live, and you have a network that's quietly growing from the inside out. The internet computer has often been described as ambitious, but ambition means little without traction. What's happening now feels like traction. And if platforms like Caffeine keep evolving at this pace, the question might soon shift from what can AI build to what can't it. If you found this breakdown helpful, remember to like, share, and subscribe. You can also support our work by donating to Ledger Life. It helps us stay independent and keep covering the people and projects pushing tech forward. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay curious.